Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Ballmeister.
And we've got a Rob in the booth. Say taco salad, Rob.
Taco salad, Rob.
Rob will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. We are wrapping up our day here exploring post-ban standard. So many cards removed from the format only a couple months before rotations. We got a nice fresh format. We're exploring a lot of cool decks, things that we think will return to the metagame and become players once again now that this oppressive force is no longer with us.
Yes.
Both the oppressive force of reclamation decks and also the sacrifice decks, which did, those are the decks that always kept the real aggro decks in check. Because you were so rough against Mayhem Devil and the shenanigans that they put together, Priest of Forgotten Gods. And because of reclamation, you really couldn't play a lot of removal in your main deck in the creature decks. You just had to be straightforward and more linear. And that just ran you head first into the sacrifice decks. So aggro decks don't have to worry about those. They can play, their normal game plan. Then we can play more mid-range. That's been unlocked. And we are, we've seen a bunch of aggro in the first couple of matches. We're finishing with a real true mid-range grind fest.
Oh, yeah.
We said before the break, I'm on Temur Adventures. Corey is on Orzhov YORION. I think the Orzhov deck is going to be the sleeper hit. And you never really know with how many things have changed. I think the Orzhov YORION deck was just good against the anti-reclamation decks.
Yep.
But it seems to me like it should be good in mid-range matchups as well. Your removal is never going to be that bad, maybe a little bit too much of it. But this plan of just grinding them out and emptying their hand by blinking all these rats with your Yorion, in addition to the card advantage from Doom Foretold, is going to play well in battlefield-centric attrition games. And that's what mid-range is in Standard. So this is a deck that I like quite a bit. I also like the Temur deck. A lot of strong synergies here. We mentioned Edgewall Innkeeper when we talked about cards, or were asked about cards that were quote unquote unbanned. Innkeeper is definitely the top of the list. Temur, probably the default adventure deck at this point. Though there are some
I think
other
it's probably
options.
the only one. But maybe Greenwood Adventures has a chance to come back. I kind of doubt it, but you never know.
There's Selesnya, there's Gruul, there's Golgari. Basically, pick colors to pair with your Edgewall Innkeeper, and you can find enough to fill it out.
Golgari Adventures. If we're back to that time, I truly get to love Standard. Yeah, that was one of my favorite decks.
Yeah,
I loved it. Falmir Knight and Edgewall Innkeeper were so fun together. I loved it.
Yeah, so a lot of options here. Temur definitely the most powerful. Uses Clover so well. I think we're going to play some long games. We should just get into it.
We should get into it. Yeah, one last thing about Temur Adventures. I do think this is going to be the go-to defective best deck to start for this weekend. We even saw already some events, some of the standard qualifiers being run for the thing.
Yesterday's qualifiers got updated and said we're running with the updated ban list, so we've got results starting today.
Exactly, and there was a lot of Temur Adventures, a lot of just kind of what we expect. Temur Adventures, Red, there's some people trying some random things, but that was the decks that were starting it off right. There was some of this Temur mid-range deck that I played that Michael Majors posted, but Adventures was the dominant deck so far, so I do think we'll have to keep an eye on it and just see if it can adapt to everything. The deck had holes, but it definitely beat a lot of things.
Yeah, it has holes, but also has a lot of power.
Agreed. So let's get into it. These are going to be some grind fests.
Okay, I'm going to be on the play here as we are playing for the Marvels.
Yeah.
And I think this hand is perfectly fine. I'm going to keep it.
Mine's a little bit of a risker.
I'm not super stoked about these cards, but they'll do some work.
Yeah, I'm debating if I can even keep this. I am on the draw, so I think it's much more reliable here. I think this is a keep. I'm going to keep a nice loose keep to start off this match.
I'll start with the stomping ground and pass the turn.
Okay. All right, and I'll pass to you.
To be fair, I think there's loose, then there's what Corey just kept.
Yeah, thank you.
Got Clover on turn 2. Okay. That's how I drew it up.
All right, I got a Yerox Fenlurker. Exile a card.
Okay, I will exile a Brazen Borrower.
Your go.
Let's play a Fertile Footsteps.
Seems good. 2
lands, and I definitely want an island. What is the other basic that I want? Actually, I kind of think I just want another island.
Okay.
And then I will play another Clover.
Oh, God.
And pass the turn.
All right. I will play a swamp.
I'm starting to see the issue in Corey's hand.
Are you? Well, all right. I'll attack for 1.
I'll go to 19.
I'll put a YORION into my hand. Your go. Yeah, we kept a looser without white on the draw, and we have not seen it quite yet, but you know what? I have faith that it's there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll shock to 18 or 17. And I will play a stomp, deal U4 with the copies in the original target Fenlurker.
Okay.
And I'll play a Bone Crusher.
All right.
So I have you at 16 and me at 17. Then I'll pass the turn.
Okay. I think we know what we need. Bang. Got him.
Activate castle. Let's go.
Your go.
Oh, you want to end step it so you don't have to discard.
Of
Smart.
course. Yep.
That's a cute one. I will attack for 4.
Take it.
Brings you to 12.
Yep.
And I will play an Edgewall Innkeeper.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Okay. I think we could still have a chance if we draw it next turn.
You know what? I think I'm just going to do this now, so I'll draw a card. I don't plan on bouncing anything.
Okay.
And you can't wrath me, right?
Probably not.
Yeah, you need another white. So let's just play that and draw a card.
Okay.
And
all right.
Pass the turn.
Can I afford to take 8 from castle? Probably not. Okay, all right. Well, we kept a loose goose. Too loose. Okay. Too loose. But honestly, I thought it was reasonable just for, like, I kept this, I think, with 2 lands. Pretty loose, but on the draw, I mean, if we can get Doom Foretold, that's like my only answer to Lucky Clover. So that is the main reason why I kept it, because that's your best draws, and this is my best answer for it. And these still deal with the Innkeeper. So if I get even 1 white, this hand was going to be broken, but these 5 being the draws are not going to do it. Yeah. So calculated risk, but you're going to get games that just end like that, so maybe it was wrong. But
there you see how grindy this matchup is. We play till turn 15 every time.
I think we can safely now
I came out ahead in a nail biter.
Yeah, I think we can safely do a best of 5 with 2 free. How about that?
Let's do another free board.
Okay, sounds good.
Corey just trying to give up the marbles right now.
I'm trying. Give you a head start. Yeah. I gotta get these over here.
I wonder why he feels bad for me. Ugh.
Yeah. I'm going to put the marbles right here, so if you win them, you have to reach for them. Got him.
As long as I reach while leaning back.
Yes, there you go. Don't test fate.
You hit too many fadeaways on him the other day, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, you got any questions for us, Rob? Anybody looking for coaching advice from me after that expert Keith,
Definitely not there. With Adventures looking as the top deck, what do you think you would play to try to get under it?
Against Temur, is that what you said? Yeah, and I think red beats it. Would be my guess. I think a hyper-aggressive red deck is going to beat it, so that's going to keep Temur Adventure in check a bit. But, I think it has game against red as well. What would just beat it? So, I mean, the decks that already beat it were Temur Wreck, because it just went over the top.
Yeah. And it was Rakdos Sacrifice was historically quite good against it, right? So I remember that after Theros Beyond Death, like Zori's Control was doing really well in the early part of that metagame, and then Edgewall Innkeeper and Temur Adventures came up to beat Azorius, and then we saw these Sacrifice decks come up and pummel Edgewall Innkeeper decks, was my understanding of how that metagame evolved. But now we don't have those Sacrifice decks.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, I would think like Mono Green still has a good matchup too against it, but it's all dependent on your draws. Yeah.
The Adventure deck doesn't have a lot of great removal. It's really just Stomp and Brazen Borrower. So I think if you can apply pressure with enough removal to deal with Edgewall Innkeeper and deal with the Lucky Clover, and Mono Green does do that. So that's a deck I would definitely look at.
Probably Mono Green and Mono Red I think are just linear and fast enough to beat it. So that's probably going to keep the deck in check, and maybe it's not as good as we think, to be honest.
And then that creates room for mid-range decks that are more anti-aggro that might be not as favored against Temur Adventures.
Well, I mean, I only drew black sources, so this has got to be a keep now, right? I mean, gotta get it, right? All right, on the play, it's not even close, but on the draw, it was defensible at least.
If I were playing against an aggro deck, I would keep this hand, but in a mid-range mirror, this hand just doesn't do enough. But it's got 2 of my better anti-aggro cards, so even on 5 lands, it's a keep. but that's not a key.
Yeah, that was pretty medium, that's for sure.
Definitely want to open on either an Innkeeper or a Clover, preferably both.
I would prefer to just have both colors of mana. I mean, that's not too much to ask.
While you play 3 colors, then you get to play these fancy Triomes.
Yeah, exactly. I do love any deck with a Triome right now, I must say. Just like that versatility. All right, so we're both on the mulligan, and we're already got a Snap Keeper here.
2 colors of mana?
Exactly.
Some people just have all the luck.
I know. Yeah, I'm
See what happens when you mulligan, Corey?
I'm going to keep... I don't know how good this card is in the matchup. I very much remember it being pretty bad, but this is kind of rough as well right now with our setup, so I think I am going to put this to the bottom.
Okay, and now I'm going to look at my perfect 6.
Perfect 6.
And it started out with this, and I was like, okay. But there's only one land, and it's an island.
Okay.
If my top card is Forest, this hand is good.
Yeah. Hey, I just had one of those keeps, so.
I'm going to mulligan this hand because that's what I would normally do.
Sure.
My top card was a Breeding Pool.
Awesome. Get wrecked.
That was...
Your back doesn't like you mulliganing to 5?
No, it does not.
I like it. Okay. Rob, you got another question here for us? Not too straining of a question for Ross, though.
Yeah, Ross can't carry us all right now.
Yeah. Oh.
Yargs wants to know, do you think a card like Wilt could start seeing main deck play, given if Embercleave, Lucky Clover, and Doom Foretold become pillars of the format?
Yeah, definitely. It's the same as like why Aethergust and Dispute saw main deck play. They're very narrow cards, but if a metagame is shifted where you see like 50%, you have great targets for it, Wilt's perfectly fine.
Yeah. And that's a nice card to main deck because cycling gives it, that high that high floor. It's never going to be dead.
But if you have, multiple decks that do not play artifacts and enchantments, then I don't think you can. But even like Mono Green plays Stonecoil Serpent, so I think that is a very defensible and smart thing to keep an eye on.
I was really happy until I remembered I have to put 2 back.
Oh, get wrecked.
And it's just going to have to be those 2, and I'll hope to draw into some good stuff.
All right, passage and pass to you. I'm going to sack while you do your thing.
Okay, I will play a Forest and an Innkeeper.
All right. Good old Innkeeper, huh? I have a pretty good hand to set up to deal with Innkeeper, but we will see. Definitely depends on what you got. But with only having 4 cards, I feel decent. All right, that was a cool draw. And I'm going to start with an Agonizing Remorse going to 19.
Okay, which of my Lucky Clovers would you like?
Oh, no, I will take that one. Your go. That sucks. Okay.
Back for 1.
18.
You're up.
All right. I have a Kaya, and I'm going to exile this. Your go. Cannot exile Clovers, unfortunately.
I will shock to 18.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
What could you have? Well, my draw was heinous. So, I know neither of your cards, right?
You know Mountain.
Oh, I do know Mountain. Okay. So something you would... So it's got to be Brazen Borrower. I mean, nothing else really makes sense. So this is not really a smart play for that reason. So... I think I will tick up on nothing and just put Yorion into my hand. Here go.
Play my Brazen Borrower.
Yep.
Tap Kaya.
Yep.
Play Breeding Pool tapped.
All right. Oh, man, I cannot draw anything to save my life. Agonizing Remorse, yeah. I knew the Mountain. Okay, yeah, never mind. Your go.
Yeah. Okay, that's a neat one. Attack you for 3.
Yep.
Brings you to 17 or 15.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make 2 Shaheens and play a Lovestruck piece.
All right, sweet.
Pass the turn.
Classic. Your go.
You're at 15, and I have 10 damage.
Yep.
I'll attack you for 10.
All right, down to 5.
Play an island and pass the turn.
All right. All right, I do have the Kaya's Wrath.
Tilt.
We're back in. Land go.
Okay. Just back-to-back stomps here. We can be done.
Yeah.
Even if you Oath of Kaya me, it's lethal.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
Okay, I'll double Rampant Growth and...
Okay.
Do I need a bunch of red mana? It's probably... I have 3 blue right now and 2 greens. So definitely getting a forest. And I don't think it matters that much. Like if I draw Escape to the Wilds, maybe I need more red mana.
Yeah, it doesn't matter too much, I would imagine.
I don't know. I'm sure I'll be fine.
Okay, done?
Yep.
Well, that was an absurdly tilting draw. I will play Doom Foretold. Your go.
So that'll deal with my Lucky Clover.
Yep. It's one of the very few answers I have to Clover game 1, so I just have to do my thing.
Oh, even if I wanted to play a permanent, I can't. Actually, no, I have the Giant here. And you're going to have to sack this on your upkeep anyway.
Yep.
So I guess I could try to like hold on to this. So if I draw Granted, I can get Fling and like set that up. But with all your discard, it seems very difficult to do that. So
Alrighty.
I'll just play a 9/9.
I will sack my Doom Foretold. And I will play Elspeth Conquers Thy Death. Your go.
Escape to the Wilds.
Yeah, Escape the Wilds would be excellent.
And
the thing is, you have like, 7 of them, so...
I think I just have to play cards to make your discard bad.
Okay.
I might not get value out of this before Kaya or Doom Foretold comes back.
Yeah. Alright, I will tick this up. No, I could just try to like YORION Elspeth Conquers Death, just keep it around, but I think I just want to actually hustle to get it, so that seems silly. Yeah, I think we just probably play this. You can start chaining together adventure creatures, which could be a problem, but I don't really have anything to do about that until next turn anyways. So... yeah, let's just go with an Elspeth. And I will make 2 soldiers. Now I just need Winota, and you're in trouble.
Makes human soldiers.
Yep. Yeah, whatever. Close enough. Your go. All right. All right. Okay. Draw. Bring back Kaya. That's gonna be exiled.
Too many lands this game.
Yep. And let's attack for 2.
I'll go to 16.
Let's make 2 more. And then let's YORION reset these planeswalkers. And then it's your go. Still afraid of Granted and Escape the Wilds.
How about now?
All right. Yeah, you know these grind fests we were saying? We've had some really close games. All right. So I'll attack. I'm going to pump.
Attack for 12.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep.
I'm a 4.
All right. And then I will go like this, exile this out. I will gain some life. Yeah. So I gain 2.
Go to 7.
And then I will Charming Prince out the Charming Prince, and then I'll bring these back at end step. Trigger YORION, trigger Charming Prince to take out YORION, trigger these to take these out, and might as well take this out too, and I'll come back and then pass to you. Oh wait, only the YORION is out. These are just back immediately. Yeah, whatever, you're dead. Excellent. You did. All right.
Draws there.
So 2 super close games here. One from my own stupid keep, and then one from you mulling to oblivion, and then drawing a bunch of lands. Some good old-fashioned Magic.
My next 5 draws after that Innkeeper were also lands.
Excellent. Yeah, 2 decks that actually can control Flood pretty decently because they each have like a lot of built-in card advantage with their cards. But yeah, it doesn't matter. So we're going to take a short break, and we're going to bring you sideboarding for the remainder best out of 5 match, if we got time, between Temur Adventures and Orzhov Doom Foretold. So we'll see you in a sec. I'll start.
Welcome back to Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our matchup between Temur Adventures and Orzhov YORION. I should restate that where one of us is sideboarding.
Exactly, yeah.
I've got a wish sideboard for Fae of Wishes, so
yeah.
None of the cards in my main deck desperately need to be removed.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you bring in some one-ofs because, you know, the cards in your main are just too bad to draw. That's not the case in this matchup, so just no sideboarding. We'll retain access with all 4 of our granteds to any of those 15 wish targets, and that'll be better than bringing any of them in.
Yeah, Temur Adventures is pretty easy on that regard. Like, you don't really have to sideboard because you really want everything in your sideboard. There's occasional times when you just like Brazen Borrower, for instance, is going to be a really bad card just because you don't want to bounce a lot of things in a deck, like maybe a Temur Rec Mirror, right? Temur Adventure. I'm so used to saying a go-to Temur deck being Temur Reclamation, but maybe a Temur Adventure Mirror, you don't really want that kind of card. So from my end, I am. It's kind of weird to bring in Duress and take out Agonizing Remorse, but this is just with one card in mind. I want this in my opener, and I want to hit a Lucky Clover. Because once that hits the battlefield, I'm not dealing with it until quite late in the game, and that's a huge problem. And that's kind of how you win pretty easily when I have to jump through hoops to get it with Doom Foretold in a few turns. So I really want this in my opener, and then it's also good against Escape the Wilds or something. But realistically, it's the Lucky Clover is that important that I'm bringing in a card against a mostly creature deck, but just to try to hit it in your opening hand and then hit Escape the Wilds. But Mortify is terrible. I never really want to use spot removal on your creatures because I do have Wrath effects, and it isn't target creature or artifact.
Yeah, you need Putrefy in this matchup.
Exactly. Putrefy would be excellent, but Mortify with only hitting the adventure creature is not worth it. And then just taking out 1 Agonizing Remorse on the play, I would definitely keep it in and take out something else, but then just bringing 1 more Wrath in as well.
Yeah, my adventure creatures are usually gaining value somehow, either the straight 2-for-1 from being an adventure, copying a Clover, drawing a card with an Innkeeper. Mm-hmm. So dealing with those creatures on a 1-for-1 basis is not going to be a winning plan.
Not ideal. Yep. Nope. That is not usually what you want to be doing. All right. And that might be why Temur Adventures is getting so much love right now, because decks are starting to turn back to removal. And when they turn back to removal, that's the deck you want against it, because removal is pretty bad against Temur Adventures. And the whole deck came up to beat Azorius Control back in the day. I don't really see Azorius Control being that good without Teferi, but it might be. It might have a chance. Yeah. I'm definitely going to try. It'll probably be more Azorius YORION, but...
as far as this hand goes, I think it's a keep, but it is far from excellent.
All right. Innkeeper turn 1, Lucky Clover, here we go. All right, let's check what I got. Okay, yeah, that's pretty bad as well.
Snap keep, turn 1 Duress, turn 2 turn 3 Kai, your Edwall Keeper.
Yeah, I think on the draw I could keep this. If I was on the play, I would actually keep this, but I just think this is going to be a little bit too slow against you. I think it's actually somewhat close, because if you get anything 2 through 3, it's going to be pretty awesome, but we're going to take a close mulligan there.
Okay, Rob, you got a question for us while Corey is shuffling up?
Yeah, so when it comes to building a Wish sideboard, particularly in what is almost a new kind of format, what are you trying to do with your Wish boards, like right in the beginning when it's kind of unknown what the metagame is?
You're really just trying to cover your bases. You might not know exactly what the decks are, but you know the archetypes that they're going to fall in. You're going to have some aggro decks. You're going to have some mid-range attrition battles that you're fighting. You're going to have some decks that are trying to go over the top of you. So you're going to want some sweepers and cheap removal for the aggro decks. You're going to want some card advantage spells and some big over-the-top spells in those attrition matchups. And for anything that's going over the top of you, hopefully you have some disruption that you can get into your sideboard. So here you see like Ugin and Mass Manipulation going over the top. Escape the Wilds is your card advantage spell. You've got some good red cheap removal in Red Cap Melee and Sweepers and Flame Sweep and Storm's Wrath. Then you've got your counter spells, Negate, Disdainful Stroke, that can help you against over-the-top decks.
Do you have Mystical Repeal? I think that's an important one.
That one is not here.
Yeah, I think the 1-drops are always the most important to me. Like, I loved Cage, Unsummon, Mystical Dispute, Red Cap Melee, because there's so many slots that you don't use often, but that turn where you ramp into Granted twice, and you can just interact with 1 mana, and then untap and do your thing, that was always the most important thing to me. So that's where I would start. I would always just have a lot of 1s, but then, you're totally right. You just got to cover your big picture basics.
We got our Cage, you round it out with the sort of narrow interaction. Cage, interact with graveyards. Return to Nature gives you a disenchant effect. And then obviously we're always going to have 1 Fling to build towards that combo
kill,
with Giant in the late game. So you want to hit all of those different bases. And you might find that you picked the wrong removal spell for the way the metagame developed, or you picked the wrong card advantage spell for the way the metagame developed, and you can change that. But as long as you're hitting those bases, you should be in good shape.
I totally agree. Okay, we got a keepable hand. It's nothing great, but let's put this to the bottom. Kind of unnecessary right now.
Okay, I'll start on Innkeeper. I'm at 18.
Were you just trolling me? You're like, my hand's terrible. Here we go. Rock 'em. All right. 1820.
Only one way to find out, Corey.
Yeah, Swamp go.
And Mountain Clover. Attack for 1 and pass.
Okay, thank God.
You're at 19.
Okay, that's interesting, actually. That was a really interesting draw. Because I do very much want to try to deal with Innkeeper as soon as possible. So I'm kind of tempted to play this, but let's see. So if I go like this, draw a card, play this. That's pretty sweet as well. All right. I'm just going to play Rat. Discard a card. Your go. But you could have stomped. All right.
In fact, I will.
Okay. Rat dead.
Oh, that's a tilt.
Okay.
For 1, you're at 18. Play another Innkeeper.
All right.
You're up. Needed to hit a 3rd land with this hand.
Yeah.
Did not do it.
I feel the struggle. Okay, so I'm just going to go Treacherous Blessing, draw 3, and then pass to you.
You have to discard it all?
No, got 7.
Mulligan.
Yeah, I mulliganed.
Get him for 2.
All right.
I did draw Clover, which can do some things. So you're at 16. You can go. As far as non-land draws, it was probably the best one.
Yeah, that's fair. My hand is very awkward, though, I must say.
You have white mana yet?
I do have white mana, but it's not ideal. I think I just want to play this, although it's very boring, of course. Yeah, it just seems like the play. It's boring, but... All right, Temple, Scry... Don't need a Yorion right now, and then I'll pass to you.
You don't have instant speed threats in that deck.
Maybe.
But you also didn't buy the... you wouldn't buy the Yorion because you have 7 cards in hand. Like you're virtually creatureless outside of the rats, but you don't have flash, so yeah, get in there.
All right, 14.
Pass the turn.
All right, untap. I will go get a white source and Kaya's Wrath. I will take 1 to do so.
Yep, bring you to 13.
And your go.
I'll draw a land. Oh, still no. Go.
All right, well, we've had some very exciting games here in this matchup that we thought were just going to be absurd. To be fair, we've both been getting screwed multiple times from our lands here. Okay, so now let's go with... I'm going to take 1 to play Kaya.
Brings you to 12.
And then I'm going to gain... I think I only want to take 1. Up to 2 from a single, you gain 2 life if at least 1. Okay, see, I only want to take 1 at a time.
Yep.
Otherwise, there's no point.
Brings you to 14.
I was at 14, right? Oh, I didn't take it.
13 down to 12.
Yep, okay. And then I want to take 2, and then take a 3rd, and then deal you damage, so remain neutral.
So, yeah, still at 14.
Except you take 3.
And I'm at 15.
Okay, your go.
We got there.
Right on time.
Okay, let's start ramping.
Okay.
Gonna get Forest Island.
Okay.
And
now we got Petty Theft Online.
I will pass the turn after that.
Okay. All right. I'm going to start by exiling one of your creatures.
You go to 16. The adventure creatures count as exile for Kaya?
No, they do not. They're in a separate zone, which is known as the adventure. I'm going to play Yorion.
Sure.
Target these 3. I guess just target these.
You'll take one from the blessing, go to 15.
Yep. Is that fine?
Yep.
Okay.
So,
wait.
Yeah, you can't target the treacherous blessing unless you want to sacrifice it.
Oh, yeah. So I guess I do want to sacrifice it to stop it from... Or wait, no. I think it works like
yeah, this doesn't target.
Exile
This doesn't
any
target.
number. It doesn't target. Yep,
You're
exactly.
right.
Because I was like, I've done that before.
Yeah.
Online. So I was like, what am I thinking? Do I want a land? Not really. All right. And then I'll say go. 3 to you.
I'm at 12, you're at 18, and then you draw 3?
Yep. All right. We're doing our thing.
I got another double rampant growth.
Okay. Yeah, I think that would have been better. The 2 turns you missed land drops, huh?
Yeah, if I'd been able to do this earlier, it would have been better. We'll get Forest Island again.
Okay.
Get me at 12.
12, yep.
Don't mind me, just doing this for no reason.
Yeah, you could have anything, right? Just picking up your sideboard to check it out.
I would not mind getting Ugin and hoping you don't have a discard spell, but that seems like a pipe dream.
Yeah. No,
Don't think I'm going to have time to get to 12 mana and find it in Ugin all in one turn. And I'm short of really...
Chat would like me to remind you that the adventured cards do count toward Kaya.
Oh, they do?
Well, yeah, they're in exile.
Oh, cool. Interesting.
The adventure isn't a new zone or anything.
Cool.
So if I shock with this Steam Vents, I will go to 10, and you have 5 from the Kaya and 4 from the Yorion.
Mm-hmm.
So any other point of damage will kill me, which means any land will kill me because you can rebuy Yorion, buy the Yorion and Companion and exile Blink the Oath.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be able to beat a land or most spells. Well, I think that makes my play easy then. So I'll double Granted and play this tapped.
That totally makes sense.
And I will get...
What are you doing?
I guess I'm just dead to a land regardless.
Are you Granted?
Yeah.
Because then you have 6 in exile, right?
Oh, yeah, that just adds 1.
Yeah.
So 6, 10. Yeah, it would still... Even if it didn't add 1, it would still put me dead to a land.
Yeah.
So do I just have to cast a Fae of Wishes?
Or cast a Bone Crusher to get it out of exile? I guess Fae blocks Yorion.
Yeah, that's the thing, is it blocks Yorion and doesn't die to the Oath.
That's fair. Yeah, probably. Feels bad.
Does feel bad. That is true. Yeah, I guess I'll just cast it normally.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
Alrighty. I will draw. I will attack.
I will block.
Okay. Oh, exile both.
You go to 20.
20, yep. And I will play my land. I am going to Treacherous Blessing, take 1.
Go to 19.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. Then I am going to Yorion, take 2. Go to 17. I'm going to Legend Rule, keeping the 1 in play.
Yeah.
Trigger, exile out, not this, these.
Yeah.
And then end step comes in, draw 6, take 3, Yorion trigger, blink them out. They'll be coming back at end step.
You go to 20.
Yep. So I go to 20, you go to 9, I draw 6 cards. 4, 5, 6, discard. 4, 5, 6. Yep, here you go.
You have me at 9 right now.
9. You're about to be at 6. I was 1 short of lethal with just Kaiing, ultimating, and then doing this play of the double oath. Or I think I was 2 short, actually, but...
I just don't think I can win.
Yeah, not a chance.
There's nothing here, yeah.
I'm drawing 7 cards, so I was going to draw a fresh hand to add to my already busted hand. I just would add that as options for the next turn. Not bad.
Kept 2 lands, Innkeeper, Bone Crusher, double Ramp Giant,
Yeah.
and a Fae.
At 7, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
7.
I think
seems
so.
Fine.
Yeah.
Just needed to hit a 3rd land, and then I had 2 Rampant Growths.
And you did not get there. Unfortunate. So, 2-1 me. We still got time to keep finishing this up. You're 1 game away from losing the marbles.
Yeah, hopefully I don't mull to 5 or miss my 3rd land drop in this game.
That's one person's hope. All right, Rob, you got any questions for us over there?
I do not at the moment.
Okay, perfect. Empty queue. So what do you think of this matchup so far? It's unfortunate that we really haven't seen the dynamic of it. You know,
Yeah,
we just had 3 blowaways, which is not really a good depiction of what it would be. So I hope we get some good games here.
Yeah, that's, I will reserve judgment until we actually
Same.
see, both players playing Magic.
Yeah. We've just been dunking on each other.
We're getting into a very interactive meta game. It's going to be all great games.
Yeah, exactly. And then, boom, the land say otherwise. Yeah, to be fair, 1 was my own fault. But I think with keeping a bunch of hands, sometimes I get rewarded and keep hands that are just perfect if you draw a land and then I hit it. And then sometimes out of every 1 in 10 games, you just lose because of those decisions. So I think it's usually worth it.
It is. Just got to face those 10%.
I like it. I
will keep this hand.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
Okay, Ketria Triumph, pass the turn.
Okay. Oh, that was pretty sweet. Okay, I will pass to you.
Phew, didn't have duress.
Didn't have duress. No.
Forest Clover.
Okay.
You're up.
All right. I have a Fenlurker, discard a card. Exile a card, I should say.
Heck. That's Exile Luster.
And then I'll pass to you.
Yeah, we hit our 3rd land this game. It's coming up Millhouse.
Life is good.
I will go to 18 and let's double Rampant Growth.
All right.
Let's do our thing.
I don't like you doing the thing.
I am going to get a mountain and an island.
Okay.
And then pass the turn.
All right. I will start by attacking for 1.
I'll go to 17.
The beats. And you got like 3 cards over there?
Something like that.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Charming Prince.
Resolves.
So I kind of just get wrecked by Bone Crusher, but I don't think there's much I can do. accept Scry to minimize the damage of it, or I go for Fenlurker, make you discard a card, which also isn't that great. And if you have Brazen Bar, I don't really care. Mostly cared about Bone Crusher. I don't think I can truly play around it. It would make sense that you would have it. So that's the problem. All right, I'm going to Scry 2. Are those cards good? I know I don't want this, but I'm contemplating this. It's not a bad card. At least it's a decent curve out. All right, I'll keep that one on top. Here we go.
Yeah, I had the Bone Crusher.
I figured.
Deal with both.
At least I got a little value out of it.
Okay. I can double Rampant Growth again.
Oh, God. I'm so dead.
This time, I think I will get Forest Mountain.
Okay.
Because I have an island in my hand.
All right.
And then I will get 2 Sheens and make a 5/5.
Alrighty then. Sounds great.
That's the turn.
Okay, at least you're kind of out of gas, but...
No cards in hand. Ish.
Ish, yeah. Yeah, only real one play here. I'm going to go get a white source, play an Elspeth, make some tokens, and then it'll be your turn.
It's a pretty annoying card.
Yeah. Just the ability to always come back is quite nice. But now you got just gigantic giants coming in. And I think if you ever just get a Fae, I'm just toast, but... Alright, so this is at 3. I do really like the Planeswalkers that only tick down. I think they're really cool design as well.
Yeah. Don't think I want to trade any tokens away. So you can't just oath of Kaya a token down and shut down the Lovestruck Beast. So attack Elspeth for 5.
Yeah. Alright, we'll chump. Pretty easy chump.
Yeah. Drew a land. Definitely want to play on my lands because of Fenlurkers and Burglar Rats.
Yep.
And do I want to play a 4/3 or do I want to play Beanstalk Giant? The Beanstalks are just going to get chumped anyway, so I think I just want to play the Bone Crusher.
Okay.
And I'll pass the turn.
Alright. Bless you.
Yeah.
That's not fortunate to bless into your mask, huh?
Yeah. Or to sneeze with your back.
Oh God, poor old man Ross.
Just
Poor old man
comedy of
Ross.
errors all the way around.
I love it. All right, so we're gonna get some Aaron Barrages. I'm gonna for sure play a land. Now, I don't think this is a great play right now, so I think it's kind of only this. To neutralize the battlefield a little bit. Okay, I will oath this, gain 3.
Brings you to 23.
And then I'll pass to you.
It's an interesting draw.
Okay. Mountain, go.
This is escape 4, right?
Yeah, yep. And for 6 mana.
I will bounce 2 Aaron Barrages.
Okay, yep, that was pretty good.
And I could send the 2 Shaheens at the Elspeth, make sure it's dead, and then the Lovestruck at Corey. But once again, I don't want to trade any of these away because the oaths on the battlefield now can just get blinked. And I also don't really care about the Elspeth sitting here. You know, it's just going to minus on this, do a little extra damage.
Yeah,
it's just kind of irrelevant. So I'm just going to send the Lovestruck at Corey.
All right, I'll take 5.
Brings you to 18.
Yep.
And then I will play a Beanstalk Giant.
Alrighty.
Pass the turn.
Giant Bean of Stocks. Yeah, I think we only really have one choice here. We'll get that out of there. Your go.
Five at you.
Yeah, I think I can take this one more time.
Brings you to 13.
Yep.
I'm going to shock to 16 and play Beanstalk Giant.
Hey, you had 17. Did I miss something?
I had myself at 18. I don't think you've attacked at all, right? So I think I just
What you got there? Okay, perfect.
Okay, so I'm at 16 after that shock.
16 to 13, yep.
And I'm going to leave up the ability to cast a bar if I want to. I don't think the 2 life is super relevant.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
All right. Just going to tick up.
You have 4 in hand?
4, yep. That was a nice draw. I'm going to plus on this.
Yep.
And I drew another Elspeth Conquers Death, so let's do that. And then I'll pass to you.
Okay, I will play Brazen Bar.
Okay.
That was a good draw.
Uh-oh.
Some might say the best draw.
Granted or escape the wilds then.
Attack you. You're at 13.
Yep.
So that should kill you.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh no, because everything costs 2
You got
more.
attacks, yep.
Forgot about the tax. So I have 2, 4, 6, 10 mana. Yeah, so I'm going to end up 4 short. I thought I could just get. I guess I'm going to end up 3 short. Thought I could just get removal spell fling, attack you for 10, and fling a creature at you.
Yep.
But yeah, the ECD tax is going to get me.
Okay. So you can get and play a 1 or a 2 drop.
So
that's about
I
it.
can attack with everything though, because if you trade for a Shaheen, you're dead.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I have to block
have
this.
to block
then.
there. Brings you to 8.
Yep.
And I am going to double granted.
Okay.
I believe I'm going to get a.
You got to pay 6 for that.
Yeah. Cage is Cage just creatures? Yeah, of course it's just creatures. Not permanent. So you can get back Elspeth with the ECD.
Okay.
I have exactly 10 mana, so I could get something like Negate Ugin. You are at 8. What if I just get Negate Fling, and then this attacks you down to 5 and Fling kills you? And I have Negate up the entire time? But if you have a Yorion, that's horrible, so I would have to get Disdainful Stroke if I wanted to beat a Yorion. That would also beat a Kaya's Wrath. It would not beat another Oath of Kaya. It would also be somewhat weak to just you playing Burglar Rats or Fenlurker, though I guess I just discard the counterspell then, and you have to have something else. And if it's Disdainful Stroke, then you can't play, I guess with a land you can play a 4-drop. But it would force you to have multiple things. I could also just, get 2 big things and hope that overpowers you. But I think from this position, I think a counterspell is definitely something I want to get because I can cast it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to get Disdainful Stroke because Yorion is very scary here.
Always is.
Yeah, gotta play around the Yorion. And the other question is just whether I want to get Fling and try to kill you or just get like Ugin and go nuts with that.
Okay.
Or like Escape to the Wilds, like some other big spell. And I kind of like that. It's tough. I just don't know exactly what you're going to be doing.
Picture this. We got 15 minutes left in the round. You're down a game.
Fling
you
is
need
also
to win
good
2
against
games in the time.
The other good thing about Fling is it's good against Oath of Kaya.
Yeah.
So I actually think that is the tiebreaker. So I'm going to get Disdainful Stroke and Fling. I can hold them both up.
Okay.
Turn.
I am going to draw a card.
Yep.
I am going to tick this up.
You do get to just return a Fenlurker.
Up. Yeah, I'm going to return Fenlurker, have you exile a card.
But that's fine still, because now I've just stopped you from getting the Elspeth.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'll exile the Fling.
Okay. Now, I guess my hand's not necessarily forced. I can play this, or I can try to get back YORION. YORION's actually not going to be that good after this, so I don't think it's worth it to bring it back this time. So we'll rat ya. And then we will Kaya. And I think we're just going to want to tick up, gain some life. I don't care too much. I guess I have a counter on this too. Yeah, we'll take both your cards, because one's a non-creature, right?
Yeah. Brings you to 10.
All right. And your go.
Yeah, that was about the best you could have had.
Yeah, not bad. The ECD tax saved my literal life there, so being able to make you discard stuff unless you have a ton of mana is pretty helpful. But definitely not out of this yet.
I have a lot of cards in exile.
That you do.
6 to be precise.
That you do, buddy.
I guess 7, but that is probably being cast this turn. Do I want to spend all this time attacking the Kaya and giving you oath triggers? You have 1 card in hand?
Just 1, yep.
You also have the YORION, though. So, worst case scenario, even if you have nothing, you just YORION in 2 turns.
Yep.
And there's no way I'm killing you in that time frame. 3, 6.
Well, we found the good Orzhov Temur adventure game, that's for sure. Where we both draw stuff, and it's actually really, really close.
I think I do just want to get the Kaya off the battlefield, even if it's going to cost me.
Yeah, Kaya seems like a problem.
So, yeah, let's, I guess, send both at Kaya and trigger the oath.
Okay, 12 to 14.
Yep.
I want to keep it alive, so I'll block with a rat.
It goes to 1.
Yep.
And then I will double rampant growth.
Okay.
So, I don't know. At this point, it just doesn't matter. But I do have 9 mana left over.
That costs 5.
Okay. And then just play the Beanstalk Giant.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
There's always an ECD tax when you're playing against this deck. All right, so I'll draw first. Ooh, that was a good draw. Tick up. So now it's Elspeth. Elspeth just kind of dies to Brazen Bar, but it can at least kind of get some pressure going. Rat's useless, so it's Charming Prince or Elspeth. Charming Prince, I could do some scrying, pretty weak as well, though. I think I just take the free bring back here of Elspeth. I'll put a loyalty counter on it. This is gone. Now... I'm going to tick up, exiling just Rat.
So 14 all.
Yep. Gonna make 2 tokens. And I'm gonna play Elspeth Conquers Death on that. And pass to you.
And we need some good ones.
You still just have so many draws that just rip this game wide open. Why are you so confused? Do you have another one? Supposed to be your sideboard card?
No, there's one on the board. You're the one who put this deck together.
Oh, yeah?
I just didn't notice that this was in it.
This was Brad Nelson's list, too, so we can blame him.
This would 100% have not been in my deck.
Oh, okay. Nice. I love that. Thanks, bro. Brad's always looking out, even though he thought I was playing the deck, so I guess he was still trying to sabotage me.
That would have been a spell of some kind. I don't know what, but...
Yeah, I guess you have your one card you should have taken out, huh? But a little oversight there. Yeah, it's your Rex Age, right? Is that the card? that you didn't take out in your tournament?
I took the Rex Sage out.
Oh, okay.
Once again, the turn I had set up to Fey again is going to be one where I'm taxed by the ECD. So I just can't get away from that.
You're not taxed this turn, but...
Well, next turn I will be. That's when I'll have a second card to be able to pitch to the
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I always forget about that second ability.
I don't want to play it now and expose it to removal still.
Mm-hmm.
And now I don't even want to attack your Kaya because it's just going to come back with ECD.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you can get back a Charming Prince no matter what you do.
Yep.
So maybe I just make you pick between them. Because if I wait until the ECD gets to 3, then this is going to be on 4 anyway. It's just going to take a million attacks for it.
Mm-hmm.
This is suddenly getting very tough.
Yeah, this is tricky.
But yeah, I think I'm going to attack the Kaya.
Okay, drain.
So I go to 12, you go to 16.
Yep.
And pass the turn.
All right, I think I'm going to have a pretty scripted turn here. So draw, tick up. Oh, never mind. So that is kind of what we want here, that kind of effect. Now, anything I want to do as far as attackers? So I could pump Fenlurker, and it becomes a 4/3, and I could pump it. I mean, that's just trading. I don't love that. So I don't think I'm going to do that. So I don't think I want to attack this turn, but I will rat you. Keep that Fey out of range.
Could like gust my own Love Struck Beast, but that would be a pretty bad. That would give you a good attack, and it's not even a great draw.
Yeah, I would love if you top deck Love Struck Beast next turn, so that seems bad. Now let's tick down, get 2 more tokens, kind of arm up an attack for next turn, play a Kaya. And do I Kaya or do I bring back YORION? It's super close. So I'm not going to be able to YORION. And Kaya doesn't do a lot this turn. God, I might just want to YORION here. I mean, I'm not going to be able to blink ECD. That's going to be gone. But that could bring back Kaya. And it could bring back Charming Prince. Okay, you didn't see that. I'll bring that back and pass to you.
Okay. You're going to get at least 1 card out of it.
Redraw. Nice, nice.
So play the Fey, draw a card.
Okay. Now we got pretty big boards on each side as far as creatures. Oh, God.
Granted.
Did you pay the tax?
Yeah, I paid 6.
Okay. So you can play a 1-drop.
So now I definitely want to get Ugin. I can't hold. I can actually hold up Negate, I guess, if I wanted to for something. Other options. I could just get 2 big threats.
Oh, glad you used that stroke already. 'Cause stroke would be so good right now.
Definitely getting Ugin for next turn. So I guess that's a big problem. You have 2 rats in play, so you're gonna get 2 cards out of me.
He saw it. He saw it.
But I can play the Fey and draw another card off the Innkeeper and be able to keep the Ugin around.
That's true.
So I think that's just what I have to do. So I'll get like a throwaway card here that I absolutely don't care about, but maybe can do something if you leave me with it. Like maybe this Red Cat melee.
Sure.
I can cast it after the ECD goes off. So that seems like the best thing to get in case you leave me with it. And then play Fey of Wishes, draw a card.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
All right. So
I guess this gets in for 3, but towards you.
Okay.
So you go to 13.
13, yep. All right, it's going to be a huge turn. Draw. ECD. I'm going to get back Charming Prince. I'm going to put a counter on it. And I am going to blink out the rat.
So I'm going to have to discard a card to that anyway, and I can just get rid of it and sacrifice a land to do so. But it's just going to trade for the card anyway, so I'm just losing a land, right? Unless you have Agonizing Remorse off the top. You actually get to... The Charming Prince lets you play around the Ugin. So you can't blink too much out.
Yeah, it's a tough spot.
Yeah, definitely a tough spot. So you're going to play YORION, you're going to blink Charming Prince and Fenlurker and Oath of Kaya, maybe even Elspeth. If you keep that around, yeah, you'll probably just keep that around. Then those are going to come back in along with the rat, and then you're going to be able to just blink all of your permanents other than the YORION. And yeah, that's going to be a problem. So, yeah, I think I will just hit the rat.
Okay.
Sacrifice a mountain.
Okay. 2/2. I don't really have good attacks again. And I mean, I really only have one play, so there's not much concern I can do. So I'm going to play this, scry this to the bottom. Play YORION.
Yep.
I'm going to... Okay, so exile these. Exile these for it.
Yep.
No attacks. End step. Bring them back.
Discard this land I drew.
Yeah. I don't think there's a great way. I mean, I can blink out YORION and that'll come back, but if I'm going to lose everything, it doesn't matter that much anyways. But, I mean, it's literally all I can do. So, all right, so these come into play. I'm going to Helix you. You already discarded.
I go to 9, you go to 16.
Yep. I will exile out this with Charming Prince. And, yeah, that's all I can do. Okay, here you go. You're at what? 9?
I'm at 9. You're at 16.
Okay. 16 to 9. All right. Well, Ugin's terrifying.
How terrifying is it? Can clear your board.
Mm-hmm. It clears yours as well, except your Clover.
No, I can clear your board without clearing my 3s.
Okay.
Which also saves the Ugin from the YORION attack.
Okay. That seems pretty good.
That might just be the play. It doesn't seem great because then I'll just have an Ugin on 1. Unless I guess I can leave the Borrower back, I guess, and hope to draw something after that to block the YORION.
These ECDs were just insane.
Yeah, they
this
were
game.
incredible.
And it's just every time you cast a Beanstalk, that's when I drew one. I just never had them. I just drew them exactly when you played your giant creature.
Yeah, and I can't. It's hard for me to like keep the Ugin in hand or try to because I'm only drawing. Like I can't just outpace the continuous blink on these Fenlurkers.
Yeah, you getting red cap melee was very smart as well because if you got any other card, I could have made you discard 3, which was unfortunate.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the land I had to get rid of is preventing me from doing everything this turn.
Yep.
But Yeah, I guess that's what I have to do. So I'm going to cast Ugin. I'm going to -2 it, which will leave you with Elspeth and Oath of Kaya.
Okay.
Leave me with these.
These are all exiled.
Yep. Then I am going to Heart's Desire.
Okay.
Recreate these, and then this will let me attack the Elspeth.
Okay, that's pretty cute.
And I don't think I want to attack you. Yeah, that's just not worth it. So attack the Elspeth. Oath still triggers.
Okay.
I go to 7. You go to 18.
You go to 7. I go to 18. Yep.
And then I'll pass. Yeah, that's why. Because when this comes in, you're going to get to
blink this. Won't come back until my end step, though.
Yeah, if I'd attack Bar, I'd just be dead.
Yep.
Don't think I'm winning this game, though.
Let's see. So you have to chump. Ugin's still going to be quite good.
I'm thinking like other cards I could have gotten, like Mass Manipulation. I don't think was going to do it. I could have gotten an Escape to the Wilds and like just hope to draw into enough stuff. Maybe that would have been better.
Yeah, this is definitely not over yet.
Maybe Escape would have been better than Ugin. I missed the 2/2.
All right, attack you.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's pretty easy what I have to do here, and I think it's just Escape. Make some tokens, and then I think I have to deal 3 damage to Ugin. Otherwise, you can just exile everything again, and then that's a problem. Because the 3 damage isn't that big of a deal. Like, you can kill Elspeth again, which is fine. But then I don't have lethal on the crackback. Okay, well, it's really the only thing I can do. So, yeah, we're going to escape this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting kind of punished for escaping my one thing to gain life earlier, because I would like to be able to escape it again. And definitely don't want to gain life. So let's put a couple tokens into play. Let's play a land, bring this back, Oath Ugin.
You go to 21.
And pass to you. Oh, Eugene.
Okay, then.
Try Aethergast number 2. That'd be sweet.
Granted twice.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's got it.
So now I can deal with the Yorion, which is important. Let's get Domri's Ambush for that.
Okay.
And I think I kind of want to just get a negate, or maybe I just want to get Escape.
God, what a good draw.
Yeah, I think I just want to get Escape and start pulling ahead. So I'll do that.
Is that all the phase?
Something like that. I will Domri's Ambush, Lovestruck Beast to the Yorion.
Okay.
I will cast Escape to the Wilds.
Okay.
Top 5. And I can play 2 lands this turn, so 1, 2.
Okay.
These are exiled over here.
All right.
I will +2 this to deal 3 to the Elspeth.
Okay.
And now I think I just want to play defensively, so I'll just pass the turn.
Oh, God, that was disgusting.
Yeah, now I think I'm winning the game.
Yeah, you are. Ugh, God, that's such a tilt. Such a tilt.
I think I'm about to eke out a gentleman's tie.
I think
it's
you
about
are.
4 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait to get the marbles.
God, what can I do?
We finally had one of these nice, long, good games. You
hate
kept
it.
drawing ECDs. I kept drawing Granteds.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Well, all right. I think I have 1 play. It's bad. I'm going to play a Kaya.
Yep.
And I could just start exiling tokens. That seems bad. All right. Yeah, hit your creature and a land, gain 2 life.
You're 23.
And pass to you. Oh, Ugin.
Okay. Let's play this Clover.
Okay.
Play this other Clover. Play Bone Crusher, deal 4 here and 2 to each of the tokens.
Okay.
So now this is on an adventure.
Or that's one too many, right? You only have 3 Clovers. Or you have...
I have 3 Clovers in the original.
You're right. My bad. Okay.
Then I'll play this because otherwise I lose it.
Yep.
And why don't we just play another Lovestruck Beast?
Sure.
And then I'll attack you for 8. You have a castle, but I have 1 blocker. Yeah, let's attack you for 6, I guess.
All right, I'll castle. Oh, you didn't attack. Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right.
And plus and deal you 3. You go to
14.
So you go to 14 and pass the turn.
All right, make a token.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any outs from this point. 3, 4, 5, 6. Can play this too. Yeah. All right, rat. Bring this back. Make some tokens. Here you go.
I just want to say I would like to go home today.
Hey, that's all right. We got another game to play. You're hanging out. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a gentleman's tie.
Yeah, I think so.
This is a great game, though. Holy crap!
This is the last game.
Oh my god! Okay, here's my out to win. That's your 5th. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's the last one. Yeah. All right, I'm dead.
I don't even know I don't even have good cards to get.
Once in Future.
Yeah.
Once in Future is the greatest card to get at the end of this, because then you start the loop of just never losing out on it, you know?
Yeah, I'll just get these 2 and 2 other cards. And
yeah. That game was absurd. I don't know much else I could have really done.
I think you did all you could.
Yeah.
Just too many
bangers off the top there. Yeah.
It was almost too many ECDs for me, and then it became too many granteds once I hit the 3rd to match your 3rd.
It was that Ugin play, where you got Red Cap Melee. If you just got any other card, I bring back Charming Prince, blink out the rat, play Yorion. I guess that doesn't even work, right? Because then I blink out...
Yeah, you still only get 2.
Yeah, okay. I guess that still wouldn't have even done it. But
in case it does make a difference, like you're the one you brought up the point about the importance of those 1-mana spells. Being able to grant it twice, get something that you can interact with on low mana, and then untap with the big spell that you got along with it.
Yeah.
And that's sort of what I tried to do with the first one, too. I tried to get a cheap interaction spell that countered, a potential good play from you, and the stroke, and then the fling, is a quasi-big spell, even though it only costs 2. But you had the 2 rats there that blew that up.
Yeah.
And I could get Cage to stop 1, but then I'm down the card anyway.
Imagine if you had Mystical Repeal to put an Elspeth Conquers Death on the bottom before I got to bring it back. There was multiple shots where you had that when I was bringing back something very important. I just think that's a great card. Mostly for Annex. That's the main reason, is putting Annex on the bottom in the aggressive matchups, or yeah, that's a big one. That's the big enchantment. It was Fires, but Annex super good, and then decent against this deck. But yeah, anyways, we are way past time because that game was
finally got to the
absurd.
good game. Glad we got to do it.
Me too. So we'll leave this in the middle. We'll roll a die for the next time. It's a gentleman's tie this time. I'll take it. So I think we got some subs to thank. We'll thank some sponsors, and then we're going to be out of here.
Yeah, we got a decent amount of subs today.
All right.
Vasher for 3 months with Prime. ANPDO3 for 5 months. Comrade Brain for 5 months. Paradise Sal for 8 months. Unbanned Faithless Looting, who on their comment was Faithless Looting is still banned, and they're mad about it. Subscribe for 19 months.
Yeah.
Aspero for 23 months. Goat Thulu for 2 months. And then I actually have to scroll down the list here.
Wow. We're crushing it today.
Ely or Eli. I guess I say it Ely because of Ely Cassis.
Okay.
Eli the Duck for 23 months. Frozine for 23 months. Guy Fieri Ball for 18 months.
Wow.
And then 10 gifted subs from Heptagon 24.
What? I know Heptagon 24.
And then Sid his 696 subscribed with Prime.
21 subs? That might be the record. I've never seen that many subs since I've been here.
Our sub baby can drink.
Wow, yeah, our sub baby is an adult.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, thank you so much, everyone. We really appreciate the support here on the Star City Games channel. That is awesome. So thank you to everybody who did it, especially Heptagon 24 for those 10 gifted subs. All right, so other supporting that you want to do for the Star City Games channel, if you want to sign up for premium, you can get a lot of cool things. You can go to starcitygames.com/join-premium. For $7.99, you will get exclusive content on our website, as well as 5% off sealed products, 10% off singles, and 15% off supplies. So go subscribe today.
And that is a particularly good deal if you are a fan of the Ultimate Guard line of supplies, which SCG does carry and is another lovely sponsor of ours. We use their katana sleeves every day on Versus Live and are a big fan. And if you're a fan too, you can get that 50% discount by joining premium.
You use them on Wednesday on Versus Live? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, cool. Okay. Well, you know what I am going to be doing?
I'm here every day. For some reason, you only show up on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh, so yeah. I'm
Monday,
a bad
Wednesday,
employee.
Friday, I just have to play by myself.
I'm a bad employee. That makes sense. Okay. And if you, too, are an old man or an old woman and you have back problems, go over to Carnox.com and use that affiliate link Carnox.com/SCG. Use that affiliate link and you will get 10% off one of these chairs. And we know Ross needs the lumbar support down here today. So if anybody else does, these are good chairs to help you out on that.
Last but not least, we are sponsored by Coalesce Apparel. If you are a fan of these shirts that we wear, you can find their entire collection at coalesceapparel.shop. And if you use the gift code SCG, you will get 10% off of your purchase.
Yes, love the shirts. I got the Merit Liege, this one. I love this one.
And I'm on the Simp Combine.
Yeah, that's your fave, huh?
It's my favorite guild one for sure. I don't think it's favorite overall, but it's up there.
And I just saw some really cool things from Coalesce tweeted out. It was all like in the Breaking Bad template, you know, where it has like the
periodic
tables, but just like Ghost Council was one of them. You know, I want to do one dropping bombs, you know, but they're really cool. So head over to either Cedric's Twitter page or Coalesce to check out some of those really cool new designs. So I want to thank you all for checking out New Standard with us. Thursday, we are going to be focusing on Pioneer, a format that is risen from the grave because
also received a major facelift.
Yeah, nobody cared about that format. I'm sorry. I know Pioneer is like your fave.
No offense taken. It's true.
It was pretty bad with all the combo decks, but now, you know what? There is no chance a combo deck is, well, I guess I shouldn't say that because
there's still some
combos, but
way less. It'll be a much more open format.
Exactly.
It'll be really fun to explore.
We've already talked about the decks we want, and we're really excited for it. So Thursday will be Pioneer. Also, what is going on all week, getting ready for the Standard Championship Qualifier number 2 here on Saturday. So if you want to qualify for that, there's qualifiers running all day. Go play some new Standard. I mean, this is the perfect time to play. I might even go playing them just because they're fun. Just another time to play some new competitive Standard to get ready for this weekend.
So really itching to battle.
Oh, yeah, I love it. So sign up for those. Go over to StarCityGames.com or MTGMelee.com to figure out how to sign up for those tournaments today. So for Corey, Ross, Rob, we're out of here, and we will see you Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Bye-bye.